How do you believe the day of judgment, Yawmul Qiyamah? We are in the pillars of faith, and we have said that the fifth pillar is that believing in the day of judgment, and we have said that the sixth pillar is believing the qadar of Allah. We have passed our past lessons that there are six pillar in Islam, and that's believing Allah, believing His angels, believing His books, believing His uh, prophets, believe in the day of judgment, and believe in the qadar. So we are in the fifth pillar of Islam, and we want to learn how do we believe the day of judgment. As we know that the day of judgment is a core article of faith where God will resurrect all humanity, render absolute justice, and assign every person to an eternal afterlife in paradise or hell. On the day of judgment, major events include the blowing of a trumpet, the return of all people to life, the gathering of humanity on a fast plane, the weighing of all good and bad deeds, and the final assignment of people to heaven or hell. The day of judgment involves the resurrection of all humanity, the gathering at the fast plane, the presentation of an individual deeds in books, the weighing of actions on a divine scale, and final crossing over the bridge to eternal reward or banishment. That's the believing of the day of judgment, the last day. We have said that major events include the blowing of trumpet, number one, the return of all people to life, number two, the gathering of a humanity on a first plane, three, the weighing of all good and bad deeds, and the final assignment of people to heaven or hell. So that are the major events that will take place on that day. The sixth pillar is believing qadar. How do we believe qadar? We have said that, and in English, divine degree and predestination is called qadar. Divine degree and predestination in Islam means to accept with complete certainty that everything in the universe, whether good or bad, happens according to Allah's perfect knowledge, absolute will, and precise measurements. So that we have said that believing qadar means that everything that happens in the universe, whether good or bad, happens according to Allah's perfect knowledge, absolute will, and precise measurements. It's called qadar. And we have said that belief in qadar is the sixth pillar of Islam that every person Muslim should learn and believe the qadar. So there are levels of qadar. The four levels of qadar, according to classical Islamic scholarship, true belief in divine greed requires affirming four core levels. So these are the levels of qadar. Number one, knowledge. Knowledge means ilm. Believe that Allah knows everything in complete detail. You must know that one first. That Allah knows everything in a complete detail. His knowledge encompasses past, present, and future, before it even happens. So that are the what? Knowing that Allah knows everything, whether it's past, present, and future, and even before it happens. Number two, the level two is that recording al-kitaba, believing that Allah wrote down all degrees and distance in the preserved tablet, Allahul Mahfud, 50,000 years before creating the heavens and the earth. So, this we must believe that Allah have wrote down all degrees and distance in the preserved tablet called Allahul Mahfud, 50,000 years before creating the heavens and the earth. So we must believe like that. Number three is that will. Will means al-mashiyah. Believing that nothing happens in the universe except by Allah's absolute will. What He wills happens, and what He does not will does not happen. So this is called mashiyah. That we believe that everything in this universe can only happen when Allah wills, and if He does not will not happen. Number four, we have said that creation. What does creation means? Al-Khalq. That's in English. Al-Khalq means believe that Allah is the creator of all things, including the actions and choices of His servants. Through humans are still given moral agency and responsibility for what they choose. So this is a creation. So the creation means Allah have the knowledge, Allah have the mashia, but the creation is in the side of what? Of the person. Is the one who just chooses moral agency and responsibility for what he's doing, So we have that are the four levels of qadar. We have said that knowledge, number one, recording, number three, mashia, and four, creation. So how does it affect the daily life of a person? Number one, patience in hardship. When a calamity strikes, a believer knows it was written by Allah, bringing inner peace and patience instead of despair. So that are the benefits of what? Of qadar. That if the person believes in qadar, it makes him to be very patient in the days of hardships. Number two, gratitude in success. When good things happen, a person remains humble, knowing it's a blessing from Allah rather than pure personal superiority. So, benefit number two is that it's gratitude in success. Means that when the person gets a good thing in his life, the qadar makes him to be very humble, knowing it's a blessing from Allah rather than pure personal superiority. So that are the benefits of qadar.